Hey, what's up?
We are back.
Oh, Michelle here.
Oh, Michelle, India.
Yes.
and we're here
to review the Chris and Paige show.
Yes.
Oh, I mean, Married at First Sight, season 2.
Oh, we thought it was a Chris and Paige show. Because clearly that's what it is.
Single week, we gonna get a whole lot of Chris and Paige.
And it's kind of exhausting at this point. Like, I'm already over it. Like,
it's a lot.
It's too much.
But that's okay. We're gonna get to it.
Okay.
We about to get to it.
Okay, so we do want to say one thing before we start. Yes. Please watch our giveaway video. We're doing a Black History Month giveaway. Yes. And to increase our subscribers a little bit and to support Black businesses, please watch our giveaway video so you guys can participate in our giveaway.
Yay. Okay. Go us. We out here being YouTubers, y'all.
Yes, we're doing giveaways and everything. Please watch the video and join. Okay. Anyway, so we're going to start with Ryan and Clara.
Okay. So
I'm just really concerned with them.
I think the producers were out here trying to blow up everybody's spot.
I don't know. This episode was kind of like showing everybody's true colors in their relationship.
They were making sure. So both Ryan and Clara said like, oh, we have a lot. Like we're good. Like we're pretty good. Now Ryan gave a little bit more truth, but Clara was like, oh, if I asked to make a man, this would be him. He's so perfect, honey.
Yeah, and
he just told you he ain't never say I love you, and you said that you say I love you all the time.
Yeah, she basically said, I always say I love you. I've been in so many relationships. I love so quickly. And he said, the word is thrown around too easily. And I've never said it. I've never felt it.
And he's been in a few long-term relationships.
Which is kind of weird.
That's concerning.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
So you were with these women long-term and never loved them enough to tell them?
Like you didn't, you weren't in love?
Yeah. Why were you with them?
Clara should be concerned.
When they were sitting down, all the girls were sitting down. All the guys learned how to play craps. All the girls made a drink and then sat down. And they were going around, the girls around Robin, child, asking how everybody
what
doing.
You doing? What you doing?
And she's like, oh, we're perfect. Like, it's nothing. Like, I couldn't ask for a better husband. I couldn't have picked a better husband. And it's like, y'all do got a little bit of issues. Are Clara and Ryan perfect? Or are we missing something?
I mean, and the church thing. Like, that seems like a significant concern.
Yeah.
Okay, Clara. Y'all go ahead and be perfect.
Yeah, but he did seem concerned about that love thing. And let us pray for the love, honey.
And so then, what else happened?
Oh, okay. So this is the Chris and Paige show. So when that dinner happened and it was the blow up between Chris and Eric, I really did like how Ryan was very assertive and was like, Eric came in all late and drunk with his wife Virginia and started talking crap to Chris, and he was like, wait, I appreciate what you're gonna say, Eric, but he already came in here and apologized, and you need to calm it down a little bit, basically, is what Ryan said.
Yes.
And I really appreciated that because I was thinking the same thing. Like, y'all come in here drunk and
they come in hot every time. They come in hot.
We're going to talk about that when we talk about them.
But anyway.
But it was something about him. I was like, okay, he's not Mr. laid back, boring. Like, he's assertive. That was pretty manly. I'm sure she liked that.
Right.
She did apologize.
She apologized for her part in it, and I was very glad that she did because she definitely had a part in it.
Yeah, we're talking about when Virginia
and Clara were confronting Chris when they were ATVing.
So did the producers tell them to do that? Because that was inappropriate.
Yes, but we're gonna get to that later.
Okay, just don't. Okay, that
so
was
really quick. 2 other things.
Okay.
Ryan.
Okay.
Said that Clara talked too much.
Yes.
When the ladies and the guys were on their separate dates, Ryan, when they were like, oh, how is it going? He was like, things are really good. He was like, but I have noticed like she's really expressive, or she, says a lot, and I'm more reserved. So he described himself as reserved. I don't know if y'all remember, but last week, Clara said that he was not reserved. So I was wondering who she was married to.
You did say
That's who I think. Ryan is who he says he is. Anyway. So
I agree with that. Clara
that
making stuff up a little bit.
Clara, who's she fronting for? She over here capping. So Ryan was like, she speaks her mind. She says too much. That ended up coming back around.
He told her that herself.
Because he told her that in that situation, she was talking too much, which she was. And yes. The other thing is that he knows she talks too much.
Yeah.
So he said, don't be telling people our business.
Yeah.
Don't tell nobody what we doing.
Yeah.
So I don't think he really want his parents in his business, but on top of that, he don't want nobody in his business.
Nope.
So they are probably having sex, but they're not telling because Ryan said,
well, she
don't
did
tell.
say she did.
She was like, but we do have a physical relationship. Didn't he tell you not to say nothing?
Yeah.
Didn't
that
he
was
tell her
shocking.
not to
It
say
seems
anything?
like all the couples are banging this season really early on.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. Going to have sex.
Yeah, actually, yes.
It was one couple I was shocked by. Said they had sex tonight,
Y'all.
but y'all know who that is.
Okay, so Ryan and Claire are giving us what they gonna give us each and every time, which is Claire talking too much, and she about to be sob storied out when this man ain't gonna tell her he love her.
Well, I did appreciate, like we were saying, that she apologized to
Chris
for
her role
doing too much
in their confrontation.
And she low-key threw Virginia under the bus and was like, Virginia, keep poking the bear. Okay, I will say,
India, we not there yet.
Okay, you're right. You're
We
right.
not
Okay,
there
okay,
yet.
okay, let's go back.
We gotta go in order.
Okay, next couple,
Mm-hmm.
Virginia and Eric. I have a lot of notes on this.
So my first thing, before the whole episode starts, she talks too much. She was talking too much when the girls were around. She talks too much. So she be drunk and just loose lips.
Yeah, she got a drinking problem.
Woo!
And we know everybody notices it, not just us. And
it.
we've been saying she's been drunk from episode 1, and she basically admitted it this episode. Like, I like to drink, and Virginia, she do the most.
She does the most.
Okay, but
and the liquor don't help.
And Eric, he might have some alcoholism in his family too.
Oh my gosh! In the group,
when we was meeting with the guys,
yes, they was like, "Are you drunk?"
Bro? And he is a
he
liar.
Looked high.
And he's a liar. Yeah, he didn't look drunk.
He looked tired.
He looked tired. I mean, he might have.
He was falling asleep, so that could have been drunkenness. But
tired and drunk. Yeah, they were like, "What is going on?" He was repeating himself. He was lying about them having no issues. Then they pan to Virginia,
she's like,
telling the girls that they have issues, which they do, which we saw.
Yes.
And he's like, "Oh, we have nothing. This is magical." Like, why are people lying on their relationships this season?
And the producers are here to out them.
Yeah,
they outing everybody. They're like, okay, go ahead and say. Go ahead and say that.
But his ass was drunk from the beginning. Like, they sitting up there walking around Vegas like, Virginia turning him out.
Yeah.
Virginia is turning Eric out with that drinking.
So I think he don't want to drink because he don't trust himself to drink. He's probably like a recovering alcoholic or something.
Yeah.
And they do say that, somebody said it in the comments a while ago, like pilots be drinking, they be partying. So I feel like maybe like one, he doesn't want to be on television.
Yep, that's what I was thinking.
Showing that kind of behavior because he probably can't control himself. And two, he probably knows that like when he drink, he go hard. Yeah. So he just trying to like, not go beyond his limits.
I mean, to me, well, I will say that he is kind of acting like somebody who don't drink like that. Because you're tolerant. Like, your tolerance.
That's true. Because he just seemed...
And you can tell everybody was drinking. Paige was drinking. Like, you can tell people were drinking. For you to be that messed up in Vegas and you're on national TV and you're a professional pilot, like...
So I think he just wants to like keep his image a little squeaky, but
he done got too messed up to do that.
He's drunk. Virginia done got him lit. And he's so drunk he don't even remember they be having arguments. I think that he is delusional slightly. Like definitely have some disagreements, like some serious ones.
They had a couple that same day, that day before when they were in the pool, and he just unless he's just trying to act like he's better than the rest of the couples.
I don't know. We saw that too. But later on, they were talking, and he was basically telling her that partying was a deal breaker for him. So he's still trying to lay down the law, and he's not feeling her. He's not feeling it.
I think he's feeling guilty about the fact that he got that messed up and was like, whoa.
He's like, this is not how it's going to be. This is not what I'm going to be doing.
This is just
I'm
vacation,
not hanging out.
Yeah. Something about Eric still rubs me wrong now.
Oh, maybe it's the time that he told a black man that he was really scary.
Yeah. You right.
Maybe it was that.
Yeah. He told Chris.
He really be with the dog whistles. He really be out here with his racist ass commentary.
He sure do.
I'm not feeling Eric at all. Let's be clear.
And he was in his face, then said it was scary and he thought he was going to snap. But you walked up and was talking to him.
That always happens.
But then you thought he was gonna snap. but you walked up on him just like at dinner. You got up first, Eric.
You
felt
came
threatened?
in hot. You came in like
Yeah.
So
Woo.
I don't really fool with Eric and Virginia. I don't fool with them.
Yeah, and Virginia's a liar too. Virginia did that same crap.
Trying
to act threatened, crying. A man has never talked to me like this. Why are you talking to a grown man?
Why are you talking to him?
If you feel threatened that easily by your man.
Right. Why are you confronting him?
They said he's so angry.
Why are you so empowered?
And to me, to be honest, Chris is an ass. He seems like a liar, but he was not displaying anger when they were saying that he was angry and scary and they were scared he was going to snap. He was very calm and explaining to them.
He was reading their asses is what he was doing.
When they got in that van, it was another story.
The problem is Eric and Virginia don't stop. Like, stop. That happened last week's episode.
Yeah.
Last week's episode, he was like, I
get
told
your
you.
jab in and stop.
Like, they keep going. Like, stop talking. Like, learn how to shut it up. And that be the problem. They don't want somebody telling them to stop talking, so they want to stop talking when they want to stop talking. Yep. Okay, well then see what happens.
Yep, and then he went off in that van.
Okay. So besides that, they giving late every time. So they late. They drunky.
Y'all, they so late.
They giving very unprofessional.
Yeah, and what are they doing up in that room?
I don't know. Except for the fact that Eric was falling asleep, I thought he was doing coke, but coke will have you up for 3 days. So I don't know what Eric is doing.
They on them drugs, y'all.
He is on something. But
what he on?
What is it? Yeah, I don't know.
Nah, I think he just super drunk and tired.
Yeah,
he really isn't used to that lifestyle. As a pilot, I'm sure he's not. But Eric, you doing too much anyway, so I don't care about you. Okay. The next couple is
Jake and Haley.
Yeah, and they seem like they about to get into it, girl. They've been
okay. So bottom line up front, I don't know if y'all heard that before, but bottom line up front,
okay,
they had sex. Haley ain't like it, and then she started acting funny.
That's a good
and
theory.
Jacob is like, what happened?
Yep.
I'm sorry, y'all. I had to skip all through the BS.
You're right. That's all it is. They done had sex.
They had the sex. She did not like it.
Something wasn't working how it's supposed to work. The chemistry wasn't there.
And she fell back. And he saw it, and he's no fool, and he said, why?
But in Haley's defense, I will say I was kind of buying her excuse when she said the first couple days I was in it, and then I realized, like, what am I doing? That's what she said.
And that could be true. Like, I don't disagree.
Seemed like something that would happen to me if I was on the show. Like, I know myself, and I feel like I would be like Haley.
She was kind of laughing when she told us in the confessional that they did it, and he didn't even say nothing. Mind you, like, he said that they was gonna keep it quiet the same way Ryan. He kind of got on the Ryan bus, like, oh, we're just gonna keep it, keep it in between us. But Haley was like, she was laughing with the girls, like, we did something. Like, girl. I mean, if you giddy like that, then.
So what y'all think? The sex wasn't popping and she pulled back, or the timing is just off?
She did say when she was out with the girls that it's a lot, like, to be with somebody 100% of the time. Like, that's no lie. I'm sure it's just very overwhelming.
Yeah.
It is very overwhelming to be with somebody. And then add on top of that, they're weird. You don't know their personality. Add on top of that, you don't know them that well. Add on top of that, you're not attracted to them.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a lot of reasons why you could feel a little anxiety and get a panic attack. So I think Chris ain't the only one getting panic attacks because of this show. Because Haley panicking too.
And when we looked at them previews, it looked like it ain't getting no better. And Jacob ain't having it. He putting his foot down like, look, what is this? It's BS.
Well, the other thing that happens, other thing that happened with them was at the end of the episode when he basically said she lied to him. She said that she was going to hang out with the girls, and turned out she was hanging out with everybody, and she left her husband behind.
And he said when he came, they was ghosts. Like, I'm like, did all of them
scared? So they was all in on it? That's shady. That's shady boots.
I wouldn't trust none of that.
That's shady as hell.
If that happened and he walked down the stairs and all of them started running.
They scattered? That's shady.
Or did the women scatter because she told the women?
Did Haley scatter?
Yeah.
Who scattered?
Who scattered, y'all? Because that is so shady.
Funny. I was like,
I wouldn't trust him after that, and that's why he was.
Jake ain't no punk. I thought Jake was gonna be like kind of weird. Nope. I mean, and he has his little quirks, but he ain't no punk.
Girl,
try him if you want to.
I still
he gonna pull her to the carpet every time.
I still don't think they gonna make it though.
Okay, so Jake was like, if that's what you gonna do, I'm not here for it. No can do.
Nope.
No can do.
Yeah.
I was very surprised that she had sex with him. She was very clear that she wasn't attracted to him. So these folks out here just being,
they got them some nymphos.
Wow, they wild, child.
Vegas
wild.
bring it out of you. Huh?
Okay, next up.
The Chris and Paige show.
Chris and Paige show. Let's do it.
Okay. Woo, a lot of this ties back to everybody because these conversations were like with everybody. Almost every conversation except the ones towards the end.
But they did start off their little scenes with them talking and having breakfast together. And Paige was like, she was like, okay, so you gonna be a good dad to my dog? I mean, that's not what she said, but that's what she meant. And he was like,
that ain't my dog. That's your dog.
And then she was like, well, I am over here ready to be a stepmom, and he's a bonus mom. She changed it to bonus mom. That was cute. So she said, I'm ready to be a bonus mom, and he don't even want to be around my dog. Well, everybody has their own lines that they draw, and if you don't want to draw the line at kids, that's on you, Paige. But he's drawing the line at dogs.
And that's the red flag you see, Paige, is him not want to take care of your dog. All this stuff going on, and the red flag that you choose to pull out is a dog,
Bentley, honey,
and
Bentley.
he got a whole baby allegedly.
So you want to get into the allegedly Indian?
Yes. Okay. Let me tell you, I have a quick theory. One of my friends, Jamisa, hey girl, told me the other day, like, I bet there's no baby, and I'm like, girl, Jamisa, what are you talking about? Now that I think about it, y'all, what y'all think about this theory? This is not a spoiler. I know nothing about anything more than what you guys know from watching the show. Do y'all think that there is no baby and that his ex-fiance, Mercedes, or whoever it is, never was pregnant, and that is a scheme that Todd set up? No, that was a scheme that
was a scheme.
That was a scheme that they came up with, or maybe he's lying on her to basically get off the show or not have to live with her or not have to take with her or whatever early and still get his funds.
It smells like it smells fishy.
The way they keep saying 6 weeks pregnant and stuff.
It smells fishy.
I don't know. I ain't seen no pictures of no baby bumps and these spoilers and nothing like that. I'm like, is there a baby, or do you think that was his one lie he thought was gonna get him out the marriage, was gonna even have
he thought she was gonna be like deuces,
or the production might actually let him
like, oh shoot, we can't have a couple where they got a baby
because he wants to get back with her. I don't think the girl is pregnant,
but I don't think he wants to get back with her either. I think if this is a scheme, then I think the scheme is he was panic attacked 2 days ago, and so he was talking to somebody, and they was like, "Oh, just say you got an ex that's pregnant." Now, I will say that his emotions surrounding the pregnancy seem a little bit more real.
That's true, but
like as far as people confronting him and stuff. Whereas I feel like if it wasn't a real pregnancy, he'd probably be like, "Whatever, y'all are not a part of this." But people get almost like he's into the lie.
Yeah, that's just my theory. I just think there may not even be a baby, and it's maybe a stupid theory. Tell me what y'all think about the baby situation, but
6 weeks is very early. One
to just keep
tell people and tell everybody, and to have told the crew. Now, granted, production is so involved in this that I could see production being like, "Y'all gotta tell them, y'all gotta say something. You can't not say something. You already told Brianna and Vince." Like, so who knows? Like, if they thought it would get blown out of proportion as much, but I think it's a valid
they
theory.
Need to tell the whole crowd. Like, it's the stuff surrounding the pregnancy to me is very fishy at this point. But anyway, I guess we'll see in due time. Is there a baby? There's not a baby. I know anything can happen, but we'll see.
So okay, back to
Chris and Paige. Virginia once again not minding her business when it comes to them talking, and we were cracking up because Michelle said when somebody says, "Oh, you're a better woman than me."
That is the shadiest.
And basically, that's what Virginia said,
the shade.
Responding to Paige when they were talking about
Clara. Was it Clara or Virginia?
It was Clara.
Yeah,
Clara said that to Paige. Yes, Clara said it to Paige when the ladies.
But they were like, "You're so nice." Like, they are essentially telling her she crazy to her face and dumb. And
when somebody's like, "Oh, you a better woman than me,"
and naive, "Oh, you better than me," that means you crazy as hell. And nobody would do that.
That's what Clara told her when she was discussing her little situation.
Yes.
And I was like, Clara, I don't like you, but you're right about that.
So they go on a couples dates, right?
Yeah.
And so it's 3 couples: Eric, Virginia, Ryan, Clara, and Paige and Chris. That's when the shit hit the fan.
Yeah, shit hit the fan outside, child.
So producers set them up. I'm not gonna lie. I know I know the producers was like, y'all should go talk to Chris.
Yeah, that just don't even make sense.
Tell him that you're concerned about Paige.
Yeah.
Chris was not here for it, and I'm just gonna be honest with you. It really bothers me that I be on Chris's side in these arguments because I really don't fool with Chris because he's so trash.
Yeah, he's
However, he really be having a leg to stand on a few times.
Yeah, and in this situation...
And in this situation, you're not going to ask me multiple times about something that I told you I don't want to talk about.
Virginia keeps...
And hide behind the guys of, oh, we really care so much about Paige. He was like, y'all don't know her.
He don't know Paige. And that's his wife.
Right. So don't nobody know nobody. And yes, y'all known her 2 weeks longer than him. And ain't nobody friends. Y'all using this friends word and you'll do anything. You'll do everything. No, y'all not. Y'all lying. And leave it alone. Leave people alone when they tell you to leave them alone.
Yeah.
How about that?
And then don't cry wolf once they say one thing back. Act like you're attacked and act like you're so sad.
We already know that's typical.
Yeah, and that's just not right. I don't care. I mean, Chris is terrible, but just stop.
He was standing his ground.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to tell you to leave
I just
alone.
could never imagine Brianna walking up to Chris and asking him anything. And I don't even care if production was like, you should ask this.
Right.
She might be like, I'll stand with my husband if he asks, but I'm not about to.
Haley wasn't going to do it either.
Yeah, mind your business.
Mind your business.
And
so
then
they
Clara was real quick to throw Virginia under that bus.
Clara, in the midst of it though, Clara
she
backed off.
Yeah.
She did back off. Like, she kept asking, but then she backed off. Virginia, on the other hand, wanted to keep going.
Yeah.
And like they just don't know when to stop.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with her and Eric. She don't know when to stop drinking. She don't know when to shut up.
Yeah. Yeah. And
So,
she probably was drunk out there, just kept talking and talking. Like, be quiet.
Who knows how long that scene actually was.
Yeah.
Because the amount of
long.
anger that built up over time, like, Chris was like, okay, y'all need to leave it alone. And then he was like, you drunk and you want to call me something, I'm going to call you something. So you drunk. Every time y'all together, y'all drunk. Y'all a drunk ass couple. He went in on them.
He called her a drunkard.
He called her a drunkard.
But that wasn't outside. That was inside, right?
No, that was outside.
Oh my god.
He called her a drunkard at the ATVs.
They're so concerned, honey.
Yeah.
And
So
I'm concerned with your drinking. We ain't talking about y'all drinking.
Right. And then I'm not mad at Chris for having an attitude that they walked over and talked to Paige. Shut up and leave us alone. Leave us alone. Now, granted, as a man, you just really can't be walking up on women and talking to women and all of that. But I feel like in the first conversation, Chris was pretty much well within his right to say what he wanted to say. Now, when he was mad that they was talking to Paige and he walked up on them, it was a little dicey there because he was getting a little.
He was
getting a little louder.
Yeah.
He was more upset at that point, which was understandable. But he told Paige, "Come on, let's go." And Paige was like, "All right, y'all, I'm gonna go."
Sorry, Paige was like, soon as he said jump, she said, "How high?"
Yeah, she did.
She love that shit. She
just eats it up, and it's just for the right person, maybe, but for him, no, sis. And not to say that wasn't the right move to make, but it's just. Her energy is off. Like, it just seems like she just ready. Anytime he say anything that gives her any attention, she's just like hangs on his every word. Girl, words don't mean nothing.
And speaking of attention, when they were at that dinner and he was commending her on like being by his side and
praying over him,
she was eating that up too. Like,
she eats
he
it all
knows
up.
all the right things to say,
and she's a fool.
And she
falls for it every time.
Yeah, Paige, Paige. Okay, this is what I don't understand. If this baby thing is true and my theory is not correct, why her saying that she's surprised that a man would consider being with the mother of his child, someone that he loved? I don't understand that. I said this in the last video. I don't understand why that's such a surprise. And she's like, this is covenant. These are our vows. It's like, yeah, but he made a baby with this woman
who he knew. I mean, he may not have known her long, but he still knew her longer than he's known you. And he courted her or wanted to be with her. Like, he pursued her.
Why is she acting so shocked? Like this is something he could never do. He literally married somebody after being engaged to somebody else, what he says 3 months before, which I heard it was even closer than that. So to me, why are you shocked
and was having sex with her 6 weeks before the marriage because she's now 6 weeks
Why
pregnant.
Are you acting like
so?
Oh my gosh, she just acting so dense. Like, I just don't get it. Like, she is truly surprised by some of his responses. That she's not acting.
Yeah,
she truly is like hurt. She said, "I care about you. That's why I didn't walk away."
It's very odd.
You just make her 5 days.
Her dedication to him is
that's
very misplaced. Like, why? You should be dedicated to someone that's dedicated to you, and he's not.
And then she's guising it like it's religion. It's like
it's very blasphemous. Is what it is. Like, you were over here just blowing stuff out of proportion and giving credit where it is not due.
Yeah, and he hasn't shown you anything for you to give him this benefit of the doubt, let alone to be like literally putting your trust. It's like she keeps putting her trust in this man, and
he keeps smacking her. So the dinner scene happens, and Chris, I think, rightfully apologizes for the drama and I mean, would I have been okay if he didn't apologize? I honestly would have been. I mean, I appreciate somebody that can just keep the peace. Yeah. So I get that part. Like, let's just keep the peace. And Paige probably said, like, just say something. Like, it's not that hard. Just apologize. The way you were acting, things you said weren't nice. Even if you were, provoked. Yeah. Like, it wasn't nice. Okay, fine. Like, I get that.
Clara apologized.
Clara apologized too, which Ryan probably told her that she needed to do, or they probably had a discussion about it, and it seemed like she was sincere. So I think up until Eric and Virginia came steamrolling in, like, everything was genuine. Yeah. I mean, him and his whole, I called my grandma and she told me I wanted her to pray, and she told me to have my wife pray. Like, it's exhausting to see them go through these motions and like you said, like, bring religion into it and God into it. It just feels very wrong. It feels very wrong. But so then we get the Eric and Virginia.
They come their drunk asses in,
and they just mess it up. And then somehow they think they're right. Like, that's I can't.
Eric thought he did something. Virginia was back in that room like, you didn't defend me enough, Eric. You didn't defend me enough. He came in like, this is my wife. You do not talk to her. So don't say anything to her. You talk to me. Well, why is she talking to him? Yeah.
Eric, she said something to Chris. So talk to your wife and tell her to stop talking to men about their business.
Yeah.
How about that?
that?
You don't want her partying with the men, so tell her to stay out of other men's business.
Yeah. That was the crazy part. That shit was funny though.
What are you doing?
He came in there, he thought he was defending her honor, like, look, this my wife. He was defending her, and that shit was so funny because it was. I knew he was gonna say that. As soon as he sat down, I was like, I have something to say. I knew he was gonna say, don't ever come through me. No, your wife initiated that conversation, or we don't know who initiated, but she was confrontational, and she never backed down.
Not one time. She never shut up. He kept saying, stop talking to me about this, and she was like, well, we just care about Paige. Whatever.
Yep.
And then I don't appreciate it. I said this earlier, and I'm going to say it again. I don't appreciate Eric talking about, I didn't know what you were going to do. You were so scary. Like,
I thought you were going to snap.
You guys were yelling. Now, granted, once they got on the bus, Chris kind of went off. And to be honest, you don't get to control people. Once you set them off, you got to live with what you did.
Yeah, that's true.
To be honest, like, you don't get to, like, throw a rock, hide your hand, and then act like you didn't do nothing. No, you did.
Yeah,
you threw the rock. So you get the consequences of it.
Yep.
What you gonna do?
That's true.
Shut up.
Yep.
Turn around and shut up.
Y'all, the Chris and Paige show is in
every week, y'all. Every week we already know we tuning in to the Chris and Paige show.
And they number arguing, and then Chris feeding Paige's ego, and then Paige being happy, and then him disappointing her again because by the end of the episode,
he goes on to tell her
shit hit the fan again after he love bombed her with all these compliments and all of this stuff. Amazing.
And then he did it in the same scene. He told her that he was considering that he had conversations getting back with, to get about with the, sorry, I can't even get it out. With the ex-fiance. He had conversations with her, and Paige is like shocked.
Shocked that he's talking to his pregnant fiance.
Shocked. And then
this is the shit that just don't make sense.
So she storms off. She's like, I can't deal with this. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So she comes back in the room to talk to him about it. And she's like, but you've been talking to her about it. She was like, how come you haven't talked to me? He was like, you ain't asked. We ain't talked about it. Like, he was being so nonchalant.
She the one pregnant, fool. Like, what I'm gonna talk to you about how my pregnant ex-fiance feels about us getting back together. In general, I would hope that is a conversation. If we really look at this from the outside in, if I had a male friend who got somebody pregnant and he was seeing somebody else after that, and he still loves this person,
you need to figure it out.
Yeah, like what advice would you give your friend Paige in that situation? Like, why are you being so weird
respect
about
the 5-day covenant, or respect the 6 or 8 month relationship?
And this baby growing in somebody's freaking stomach, allegedly.
Fake baby. But,
the fake baby. But like, what?
I think, and then she was like, why aren't you talking to me? Da, 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 da. And he was like, well, you didn't ask. You didn't do this. She was like, I didn't feel comfortable. Look, Paige, you can't have it both ways. So you can't say, this is my husband, and we this, and we got all of this, and then, oh, I'm not comfortable asking these questions. True. Like, which is it? Mm-hmm. So I just feel like...
they both a hot ass mess.
They're giving conspiracy.
Yeah.
They're conspiring together.
This is all a scheme.
They are giving conspiracy.
Yeah.
Okay, so we still didn't hit. We gotta hit Brianna and Vincent.
Yeah, so we do have the last couple to talk about. Our favorite, Brianna and Vincent.
I mean, I think they're the most likely couple to succeed
in a marriage.
On the show.
Okay.
But Brianna gonna get it. Vincent says you got one more time to ask me a question.
Yeah, so that was the big thing with them.
Yeah. He was like...
Yeah, Brianna, her little bossy side that they told us about that we hadn't seen yet came out this episode.
And then, so I was confused because she was like, oh, and he's saying I'm bossy. And she was like, I'm not, or whatever she said. She was like acting like it wasn't true. Girl, you was there at the marriage, at the wedding with your friends saying that you was bossy. And you was laughing.
Her best friend told her she was bossy when they were looking for...
Like, you've been known that you are are bossy.
Picky and everything else, and everything got to go your way. Everybody, literally, we were kind of like, why would they be saying that about her that much? But that's a real trait. Yeah.
Well, guess who wasn't here for it this week? Vincent.
Yeah.
Vincent said, no.
And he said, I told her it was disrespectful.
Yeah. And she was, because so when the ladies met up, she was telling them how he was, she felt like he was ignoring her. Like, he was like, come on. Like, she was like, he's always stuck to his phone. He's stuck to this. That's going to be a sticking point for them.
Yeah.
Because his cousin said he works all the time. He's always into his, on a computer, phone, all of that stuff. So then it happens. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, right. And she didn't like it. Yep. And she's like, come on, you got to get dressed. Come on, you got to get dressed. Yeah. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. He's like, oh, it's not going to take me that long. Little did she know, she was annoyed with it. He was annoyed with it too.
Yep. And that's probably why he was really taking his time.
So later on, when they talk about it, he's like, I didn't like the fact that you were rushing me and I move on my time and ain't nobody going to make me move.
Yep.
So...
there got to be a happy medium.
It's definitely going to be. So they're going to make it through. Yeah. But, like, she was in the bathroom asking him, like, real basic questions.
Did you floss?
Do you floss? Do you, like, that's like, I mean, and most people don't floss, like, 2 times a day like they should. But, like, is the man going to be like, nah, I don't floss? Like, he gonna say he floss even if he don't floss enough. Like, he's gonna say he does. Yeah. Like, do you floss? Girl, just hand him the floss and be like, here, babe, let's floss. Yeah. Like, just learn how to get things done in a way that benefits you. And it's just weird that she is controlling. Like, she is kind of controlling. She was like, wash your face with this. You can't just use water. You got to use this. So she got him cleaning his face, and he's like, okay. Yeah. And it's just too much.
Yeah. And they end up getting into it about it.
And that's the little stuff.
Yeah.
So imagine the big stuff.
Yep. He didn't like on camera how she was doing all that stuff. Yeah. He said, I told her about it. When we were off camera, I told her about it.
Yeah. So they had a whole argument off camera. So they going to be the ones that we don't get to see act the fool on camera.
That makes sense.
You wasn't going to see me. Yeah, that's true.
I get that. Yep. I think, like you said, I still think they're most helpful. I still really like them. And if we all got our flaws. So if she can learn from those small things, and I'm sure watching it back on camera, she's probably like,
Yeah, it didn't read well. Yeah. It did not. It read controlling, bossy. Just it read OD. Like,
and he noticed it, and clearly he brought it up, so that's good. At least the communication portion is there. Yeah, he didn't embarrass her on camera.
Yeah, for sure.
So that is actually really good.
So, I mean, they were definitely supportive of Paige and Chris.
They minded their business.
And they minded their business.
Like everybody else should did.
Yeah. So, next week, y'all, everybody going to the new cribs. They going to the apartments next week.
Woo. This is what I'm looking forward to.
You said that.
Yeah. I'm not looking forward to Chris and Paige nonsense, but I am looking forward to. I like after the honeymoon. I don't really even like these first.
I know. The only reason why they actually were entertaining was because it's the Chris and Paige show.
Yeah, exactly. So I am excited for them to move in together because I want to know, is everybody gonna move in? You know, now they know they can get away with it from other seasons. People not moving in. I want to know all that stuff. So I am excited about that, and that's when the real life starts. Some of them go back to work and all that.
So we're gonna see exactly how it happens, but ain't nobody sitting pretty over here. Everybody got a little drama with them.
Yeah, and it's a pandemic, so it's even people working from home just sitting together. Ooh, so that ain't even as fun as going off to work. And
I think that it might be the Haley and Jake show next week.
Yep, it will.
What y'all think?
I saw it on the preview. Haley and Jacob getting into it.
Jacob about to get a business.
I can't wait. No, I'm kidding. I am tired of Paige getting dragged every episode, her emotions getting ran through, so I am ready for somebody else to have some drama.
Yeah, it's time for something else to give, but we'll see next week.
Yeah.
So we thank you for watching.
Don't forget to watch our giveaway and join our giveaway.
Yes, join our giveaway. Don't forget to, so if you're watching this for the first time, subscribe, comment. We love, talking to y'all in the comments. Everybody always has some real good takes. So yeah. We'll see what everybody got to say this week. All right. See you guys.